Welcome, Smash Heads, to Week 12 of our Card Demolition League's 2022 regular season. Past the halfway point now, and on the field, we got the soft field ready to go. We've got the Gowanda Outlaws hosting the Toronto Titans. Gowanda heavily favored in this one, a record of 9 wins, 1 loss, no ties, and 1 overtime loss. The Toronto Titans, 3 wins, 7 losses, no ties, 1 overtime loss, but they are coming up from a huge upset win in that last game day. Toronto able to beat Seattle. You see, I'm breaking up with that. I mean, I'm still shocked by it, but yeah, they were able to do that. Can they surprise us yet again here on the road in Gowanda? We're about to find out. Let's get a look at the lineups. Going to be Indy 5 Jr. leading the way for the Toronto Titans. Following him out there is going to be Wen at the middleman spot. For the captain spot, that's Synchro, and at 5-point gainer is X-Wing. To the home side, the Gowanda Outlaws going to be leading the way with Ratitude. At the middleman spot is going to be Hammer. At the captain spot for Hunter Bradshaw's squad, that's Black Spinebuster, and at 5-point gainer for the Outlaws is Reptile today. So both teams set and ready to go as we get the back three off the field and prepare for the opening smash-off of Week 12. And Gowanda, they had a tough game in that last game day. The overtime win in the main event over Buffalo, and going from main event to the leadoff match, I wonder if they might be a little bit rusty because of that, but we'll see. Gratitude going head-to-head with Indy 5 Jr. and good collisions, both cars staying up after a couple. And this time, Ratitude is down. Indy 5 Jr. gets the opening flip, and it's going to be 5-0. 5-0 in favor of Toronto. Looking for yet another upset. So that now brings out Hammer for the Outlaws. And Hammer will tie this game up right away. So, the game tied at 5. As that now brings out Wen for the Toronto Titans. Game all evened up here. A little glitch shot or clinch shot. And this time Wen is down. So Hammer from the visiting side getting it done there, and the Outlaws are in the lead. Hammer is a veteran of the game, no doubt. Blunt front nose and kind of aerodynamic to boot. So Outlaws up now 10-5, and looking to put this one away is Hammer. Synchro trying to tie it up for the Titans. And that time, a little clip shot, and both cars stay in play. It was barely a grazer, but it counted, and Synchro has the flip that will tie this game up at 10. So a great match, back and forth we go here. That now brings out Black Spinebuster. Game all evened up at 10 apiece. Synchro and Black Spinebuster now going to go at it. Synchro was able to stay alive and get a good hit there, and so was Black Spinebuster was able to stay alive, and Black Spinebuster. After some great defensive maneuvers, Black Spinebuster able to get the flip that gives the Outlaws back the lead. He was under a lot of pressure there too, a lot of duress. But Black Spinebuster able to hang on 15-10. And it is the Outlaws back on top as that brings out X-Wing. X-Wing trying to force overtime for Toronto, not going to happen. Off to the corner, he is down. And this match is over. The final score, 15-10. Hunter Bradshaw and the Gowanda Outlaws getting the win over the Toronto Titans. They go to 10-1, 0-1 on the regular season. And man, I tell you what, if Philadelphia does slip up somehow today against Hunter's Washington Patriots, 3 points closer, if they can make it happen. You never know. Maybe two or three, depending on if it's regulation or overtime. But coming up next, we got another match that looks like it could be perhaps a one-sided affair, perhaps. The New York Empire aren't quite as big of underdogs, and they are home for this one as they get set to take on the Monarques de Montreal, or the Montreal Monarques. So Montreal, though, you know, that roster looks a lot different after the trade deadline, and of course it didn't work out too well for them on the last game day. We'll see how they fare against New York here, though. So I think they're like 5-5, 0-1 or something like that. But anyways, that's the match that's coming up next. So Montreal not quite as big a favorites as Gowanda was in this one, but it is next. So stay tuned, it should be a fun one. It's the Monarques and the Empire coming up. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Our next game about to take place. Lila Geyser's Montreal Monarques coming into this game with a record of 5 wins, 5 losses, no ties, and 1 overtime loss. But coming off the loss after that trade deadline with this new lineup of theirs, which is a very heavy lineup, but they're going to see if they can turn it around today on the road to take on the New York Empire. 3 wins, 7 losses, no ties, 1 overtime loss. Tied for, well, second to third last place in the CDL, actually. So they're looking for a win today because, believe it or not, they're still mathematically in the hunt. So we'll see what they can do here. Both teams about to go head-to-head. Leading the way for Montreal, it's going to be Blue 512, followed by 46 Junior. At the captain spot, going to be Padawan, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Monty Jr., I'm sorry. So Monty Jr. at the 5-point gainer there for Montreal. They are ready to go. Enzo 1 leads the way for the New York Empire. Following him out there, it's going to be Rising Heat. At the captain spot, it's Black Bullet 2, and at 5-point gainer for the New York Empire, it's Chameleon. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. Front runner is going to be left to the field to do their thing here. So, Blue 512 and Enzo 1 going to lead us off in this one. Game is on, and Blue 512 with a good flip, 5-0 Montreal. So that will now bring out Rising Heat for the Empire. Better known for his defensive skills, but to be honest, they haven't really been here this year. The Rising Heat models have struggled on this new field that we use with the new mesh. Which is kind of interesting because they did well with the mesh last year. But that being said, these two teams with some playoff history have met the last 2 years in the playoffs. In the last 2 years in the playoffs, Montreal has knocked the New York Empire out of the playoffs in the first round, as a matter of fact. They're up 10-0 here as Rising Heat was just flipped. So with the Rising Heat being flipped, it is now 10-0. Montreal in the lead as that brings out Black Bullet 2. Blue 512 going for the shutout. That time we get a bad roll. They will reline it up. They'll do it again. Little car staying up, switching sides now. And this time both cars are going to be down, and that will end it. Game ends on a tie between those two, but 3 cars flipped before 2 got flipped. So Hunter Bradshaw, if you're watching, taking notes of the rules, 15-5 will be the final. The Montreal Monarques getting the win over the New York Empire. Big 15-5 win there for them. Coming up next, we got the Denver Mustangs hosting the Miami Brawlers. So Shane Geyser taking the field for the first time in Week 12 next. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Next game on tap going to put us about halfway, yes, actually would be exactly halfway through day 1 of this Week 12 game day. So, of course, you know, Week 12 is basically split into day 1 and day 2. So this one puts us halfway through day 1. We've got Shane Geyser's Miami Brawlers needing a big win today. 5 wins, 5 losses, no ties, 1 overtime loss. Coming off that tough loss to the Philadelphia Demons. They are in a playoff battle right now in the Eastern Conference, and they were tied with Montreal coming into this game day, so ever so crucial for Miami to keep up the pace. They are on the road against a team that has really fallen behind. 5 points back of a playoff spot right now. That'd be 2 games for anyone that doesn't realize or know, but the Denver Mustangs. 4 wins, 6 losses, 1 tie, no overtime losses. So 14 points on the season for this team. And of course right now holding down the 6th seed is a big tie at 19 points in the Western Conference playoff standings. So big game for both teams here, and it's a cross-conference battle. So two teams that barely see each other could be interesting here. Miami going to lead the way today with Speed Society. At the middleman spot, going to be Gray Indy. At the captain spot is Spinebuster for Miami, and at 5-point gainer, it'll be Monty Sr. So, or just plain old Monty. So the home side, Rising Heat 2 leads the way for the Denver Mustangs, followed by Purple Custo. At the captain spot, it's going to be Highlight. And at 5-point gainer for the Mustangs is going to be Golden Rat. The Mustangs, one of the league's league op teams, or league operated teams, they do not have a team owner. So if you're curious about owning a team, there are 10 teams that are currently unowned. And you can definitely leave something in the comments. Or go to the CDL's Facebook page and get more information there. So at Car Demolition League, the group on Facebook, it is a private group. You're going to have to ask to join. And we do that to try to eliminate spam and stuff like that. You know, we try to. So, anyways, here we go. Speed Society going head-to-head with Rising Heat 2. The game is on, and both cars stay up on the first go. And out of play goes Rising Heat 2. So both cars still in this match after the out of play. It's still scoreless. Rising Heat 2 trying to be good defensively, but that time taking down Speed Society. Getting the good flip, the rookie. Taking down, actually, really, he's another rookie. Rising Heat 2 is actually a rookie. It's just the Rising Heat models. They were there in 2021, not so much in 2022. Just kind of an observation around the halfway point. But Purple Custo now out there, 5-0 Miami in the lead. And a clip shot there, and it's going to be enough. Catches him on the side off a little gray shot and make it a 10-0 game as Purple Custo goes down. So that will now bring out Highlight, trying to keep the Mustangs in this game. 10-0 the score, Miami on top. And almost a flip right there, but Speed Society staying alive, but not that time. Highlight has a good flip, and the Mustangs still in this game. So that now brings out Gray Indy for the Miami Brawlers. So, 10-5, now the score, Miami in the lead. Of course, Gray Indy going for the win. Almost had it. Highlight able to stay up. He's a good defensive car, the Highlight models. But that time, Highlight is sat down. Game over. 15-5, the final score. And the Miami Brawlers do their job, get the win, and they are keeping up in that playoff race with the Montreal Monarques. So they will stay tied. 5-5-0-1, they were at 16 points, so now both teams are at that 19-point mark. So making things really interesting there, and for the Denver Mustangs, this is definitely a tough loss, as they are going to fall even further behind. They came into this game day 11th place in the Western Conference, and now they're in danger of falling in the last place in the conference and losing ground in this playoff race. And with the number of game days shrinking, you know, it's let's put it this way, the regular season's going to end in the last week of September, so it is winding down. So a very tough loss for the Denver Mustangs to take. But that being said, you kind of got this stuff happening across the board. The games get bigger as we go forward. The Buffalo Warriors will be on this field next, on the road to take on the Nevada Thunder. It's another cross-conference showdown with two teams thinking about playoffs, just like we just had, right? But this time, Nevada holding down a spot in the playoffs. The Buffalo Warriors on the outside looking in. Big game for both teams, of course, especially when you're thinking about Pacific Division title like the Thunder are. Anyways, Nevada and Buffalo are coming up next. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Our next game on tap about to take place. We've got the Buffalo Warriors, a record of 4 wins, 5 losses, no ties, and 2 overtime losses, coming off a tough OT loss and 4 straight losses that they have all together. So 4 straight losses, trying to get things back together on the road, having to do it here against the Nevada Thunder, who are battling for the Pacific Division title right now. 6 wins, 4 losses, no ties, 1 overtime loss in a very tough race. As a matter of fact, hanging on to 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken, right now in the Western Conference. So if I take a look at this Western Conference standings over here, actually 4th place, my mistake, 4th place with 19 points. They are 5 points back of the division lead in the Pacific. So definitely the Nevada Thunder, a team in need of a victory today against a struggling Buffalo Warriors team. Both teams league operated, as I was speaking about earlier. So if you're interested, let us know here in the Car Demolition League. Or should I say, let me know, right? So anyways, the Buffalo Warriors will lead the way today with Yellow Custom. Following him out there will be Tyrell. What has the captain spot in that 5-point gainer for the Buffalo Warriors? It will be Cloud Cutter. To the home side of the field, the rookie Grid Tech, #1 overall pick of the 2022 draft, leads the way for the Nevada Thunder today, followed by Purple Fire. At the captain spot for the Thunder, it's Black Lena in that 5-point gainer. It will be 7 series. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. Buffalo getting their back 3 off the field. And now the Thunder, the home team in this one, will do the same. Both teams ready to go. Pivotal matchup for both sides. Because, 4th place in the West, that's nice to have a playoff spot, but only the top 6 make it. So every game is so crucial for these teams. But here we go. Game is on. Both cars somehow stay up. What a collision there. And this time, Yellow Custom with a good flip. 5-0 Buffalo. So Grid Tech taken down as that now brings out Purple Fire. Another custom model out there. So 2 cars of the same model. Ready to go head to head. Purple Fire and Yellow Custom. Here we go. Both cars staying up. So they go at it yet again and again. Both cars staying alive. You got 2 offensively built models and they take each other out. Cancel each other out on the field. 10-5. Buffalo will have the lead. And now Tyrell will look to put this game away for the Warriors. Tyrell on the visitor side here, the blue car. And of course, Black Lena out there for the Thunder from their captain spot. He'll be looking to tie this game up. 10-5 Buffalo in the lead and make it 15-5 the final. And the Warriors, for the first time in almost a little over a month actually, for the first time in just a little over a month, have put themselves back into the win column. The victory here today, 15-5 the final score. It's a popular score today. We have 3 scores by that final in a row now. So quite impressive, and it's the road team getting it done. The Buffalo Warriors, a big win over the Nevada Thunder, and from the Nevada Thunder they go to 6-5, 0-1. And I tell you what, with 4 teams that were tied at 19 points, the gates are open for all those other teams like Mexico City and such to definitely put their foot on the gas and press down with the extreme prejudice here. So anyways, yes, San Diego, Mexico City, Nevada, and Phoenix were all tied with 19 points each for the 4th place spot in the West. So a 4-way tie there, and Nevada might have just opened the floodgates. Speaking of which, a team that will look to get past them in the standings, the Seattle Lumberjacks, but they will be on the road looking to rebound because they've been slumping as of late. They'll be taking on the Pacific Division leaders, the Los Angeles Blades. It's going to be the last of our soft field games for Week 12, and it's up next, LA and Seattle. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Time for the last soft field game of the Week 12 game day. A Pacific Division showdown about to take place. The 8-3 Los Angeles Blades, they are first place in the Pacific Division. As a matter of fact, they are first place in the Western Conference, trying to widen their lead over the conference. Currently got a 4-point lead on the second place team there, and they are going head to head with the Seattle Lumberjacks, a team that's on a rough stretch. They have a record of 6 wins and 5 losses, but here's the thing, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. So Seattle definitely looking for something big here. They are trying to get that pendulum swung in the right way. And what better way to go out and beat the team that's currently leading your division and leading the conference for that matter. So huge game for both teams is, of course, Seattle trying to get some momentum back, and of course LA trying to stretch out a lead. Let's get a look at the lineups. For the 6-5 Seattle Lumberjacks, it's going to be Rocket Oil leading the way, followed by 76. Black Spectite has the captain spot, and Crazy Eyes will be at 5-point gainer. To the home side, going to be Pink Indy Jr. leading the way for the Los Angeles Blades, followed by Cove Light. At the captain spot, it's Greenlina, and at 5-point gainer, Green Blaze Jr. It's a lineup that they use very frequently, but maybe it doesn't have that same feeling of, lineup of doom like the Philadelphia Demons had, considering they have a 25-game winning streak heading into Thursday's match with the Washington Patriots, or the day 2 match of this game day, right? So, there's back the Washington Patriots and the Philadelphia Demons will be leading off day 2 here in week 12 of the season. So anyways, front runners on the field now, Alex Johnson's Los Angeles Blades and the league-operated Seattle Lumberjacks. Here we go. Game is on, and Rocket Oil has the flip, 5-0 Seattle. Right off of the bat. Now, I will say this much. Seattle did have LA's number last year. They won a game and tied a game against the Blades. Now they're up 5-0 here in this one. So, Cold Light now out there for the Blades to battle with Rocket Oil. Both cars staying up after a couple of collisions. And the battle continues. And you got this center of gravity staying really low to the field, and that helps keep both cars alive as they continue their fight here. Good matchup between these two. Cold Light and Rocket Oil. About even in weight, maybe. And this time Rocket Oil down, Cold Light just hanging on. He's a good defensive car. See, Rocket Oil more known as a smash mouth offense kind of guy. Cold Light best known for his defensive capabilities, and it shows up there in a long-term battle. So the score now, all even at 5s, that brings us 76 for the Lumberjacks. Almost had the flip there. Cove Light able to stay up and switch sides here. And does it pay off for him in the end? Taking on the smash mouth offense, brought forth by 76. Oh, a spin maneuver. Mama put him in a K-pop video. Able to stay alive as Cove Light do a barrel roll. Able to stay alive yet again. And you know what? Cove Light's looking good today. Good defensive skills that he has. And now we're going to switch back to the home side. And it ain't going to work for him. 76, one on the visitor side, gets it and gets the flip. He's doing pretty good from that visitor side, Cold Light was. But, you get hit so many times, eventually something's got to give, and Seattle has retaken the lead, 10-5. 76 now going for the win. Grelina trying to tie this game up. The road team has won the last, 3 games, 15-5. And it's 10-5 in favor of the road team right now, as these two continue to go at it. Oh, that time no contact. Back to their own sides, and they continue their fight here. Both cars still up and still in it. Grelina and 76 battling it out here. Good matchup between these two. And look at that, 76 a little unstable, but ooh, that time had Grelina off balance. Back to their own sides they go. And who's it going to favor? Look at this, and this time Grelina down, and 76, no quit in him. Good defensive skills on his part today. 15-5 will be the final of this one. And for the past 2 seasons now, it seems like, or in 2 out of the last 3 meetings, the Lumberjacks seem to have the Blades number. 15-5, it is the final of this one. The Seattle Lumberjacks getting the win on the road over the LA Blades, and they are 2 wins and 1 tie against the Blades in their last 3 meetings. So could the Lumberjacks be back on track? Well, they go to 7-5. LA falls to 8-4. So, I mean, LA did have a cushion to lay on today, but going forward, definitely going to have to put forth the better effort. But I think they had a pretty good effort today. It's just, you know, their defense was matched up by superb defensive play from 76, getting the job done. And people wondered, like, why do you put this guy on an all-star team? He's not aerodynamic. He doesn't look like a guy that can do what he can do a lot. Heavy car, about 63 grams, 62, 63 grams. He can get things done on the field. But that being said, 15-5 Lumberjacks getting the win. And coming up next, we will take it to the hard field for the first time in Week 12. And it's a rivalry that goes back to the birth of the Car Demolition League. We got the Phoenix Firebirds, and that Geyser squad, hosting their all-time rival, and their oldest rival, I should say, the San Diego Lightning. Two of the CDL's original 6 teams that have been battling out since '97, and they are about to go head-to-head next here on day 1 of Week 12. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Main event of day 1 here on this Week 12 game day here in the Car Demolition League, or I should say the Week 12 game days, right? Day 1 main event here. And starting off with the question, right? What is the difference between 6 wins, 4 losses, no ties, and an overtime loss, or a 6-4, 0-1 record, and a 5-win, 3-loss, 1 tie, 2 overtime loss record? Well, the difference is in the win column. San Diego has an extra win, but both of those records equal 19 points on the season standings. These two teams tied in the standings as a result, but because San Diego does have one more win in the win column, that puts them ahead of the Phoenix Firebirds. The Firebirds trying to solve that here today. Home against their rivals, the San Diego Lightning, 2 of the CDL's original 6, about to go head-to-head. Let's get a look at the lineup. Starting for the San Diego Lightning today will be El Rey. Following him out there will be Zap. At the captain spot, it's going to be Futurama. And at 5-point gainer for the Lightning, it's going to be Rocket Power. To the home side, we got Kid Custom leading the way from Matt Geyser's Phoenix Firebirds. Following him out there will be Green Arrow. At the captain spot is Power Pistons, and at 5-point gainer, going to be Stock 34. So both teams set and ready to go as we get the back 3 off the field. And we will get ourselves set for a rivalry match here. 2 teams that have a long history of just playing out right, not liking each other, right? So, won the first 2 Western Conference championships. 97 Western Conference champions were the San Diego Lightning, and the 98 Western Conference champs, and then world champs, respectively, the Phoenix Firebirds. So, competitors in both Crash Bowls 1 and 2 going head-to-head here. It goes back, folks. Kid Custom leading off against El Rey. El Rey has a good flip. Kid Custom not able to handle the edge there. 5-0 San Diego. Enter now Green Arrow for the Firebirds. 5-0 Lightning in the lead. Green Arrow now trying to tie it up. Not going to happen. El Rey with a good flip right there. 10-0 the score. San Diego, run by artificial intelligence this season, looking good in this one. 10-0 the score. And now El Rey looking to put this game away as he takes on Power Pistons, who is able to stay alive once, twice, can do it a 3rd time. Wow, some great acrobatic moves, but El Rey putting the pressure on, and this time the shutout is complete. El Rey from the front runner spot, getting the job done. A good flip right there. 15-0 will be the final in a shutout. San Diego Lightning just smoking their rivals here in this one. 5-4, 1-2 is what the Firebirds will fall to, and the Lightning going to 7-4, 0-1 on the season. An impressive win here today, and I tell you what, there was a 4-way tie. Nevada took a loss, Phoenix now taking a loss, San Diego really the benefactor out of all of it. And of course the other team that's involved in that tie, the Mexico City Jaguars, they got 19 points with a record of 6-4, 0-1 as well. They'll be hosting the Detroit Devils in our main event on Thursday, or day 2 of this Week 12 game day, so to speak. Can't really call it just a singular game day, right? It's Week 12 game days, so... But yes, Mexico City going to be main eventing day 2 against the Detroit Devils. Should be a great match. Other matchups include Chicago and Houston, Boston and San Francisco, and of course the Philadelphia Demons will be trying to stay perfect to lead things off on the Thursday game day when they host the Washington Patriots to lead us off on that. So that being said, we'll give you a full look at that. The matchups coming up on Thursday. Got a busy day on Wednesday, so which is the release date for this, but all the games being recorded on Tuesday. But busy day on Wednesday, which includes actually posting this video, right? So, anyways, folks, James Holst Jr. here, creator and owner of the Car Demolition League, inventor of Table Derby. Thanking you for watching, and definitely appreciate the support. Until next time, much love, take care of yourselves, be yourselves as always. Peace.